Hello everyone! I'm going to start this video asking this question. Who are you? Most of us answer this question with labels. Our job, our relationships, achievements, talents, capabilities, beliefs, our thoughts, life stories, or even the struggles we've been through. These are called form identities. Identities derived from external forms or factors we use to define ourselves. When we identify with these form identities, we start comparing them to what others have. This leads to jealousy and resentment, making us see others as threats or even enemies. It can also make us feel superior to others, driving us to constantly chase more, to have more, to be better, or to appear superior. For example, if we identify with a relationship, we may become overly dependent on it for our peace and happiness. If the person changes or the relationship ends, it can lead to intense pain and suffering, as our sense of self was tied to them. We may feel lost, insecure, and unable to cope with the shift, because we defined ourselves through that relationship. If we identify with money, we'll always want to make more and never feel satisfied. If we identify with beauty, we might go to extremes like unnecessary surgeries just to look better than others. If we identify with social status or titles, we push ourselves to achieve them and may feel superior to those who don't have the same status. The problem is the egoic mind. The more it gains, the more it wants, eventually leaving us feeling increasingly unhappy and unsettled. These form identities are unstable. They're temporary and always changing. When they change or disappear, our sense of self suffers, leaving us feeling insecure, unhappy, and lost. When we attach our identity to these things, we live in constant fear of losing them. This fear creates anxiety, constantly worrying about how others perceive us, whether we're being judged or if we're living up to expectations of the society. We strive to appear a certain way, always uneasy and self-conscious. The ego thrives on these attachments. I am successful because of my job. I am worthy because I'm famous and at the center of attention. I am important because of my achievements. I am a happy mom because both of my children are highly educated. But what happens when you lose the job, the relationship, or the title? That's when suffering begins. The key to breaking free is awareness, recognizing these identifications for what they are. You are not your thoughts, roles, or belongings. You are the presence behind them. Here is a simple practice. The next time you feel anxious about losing something, ask yourself, who am I without this? If this disappears, do I still exist? When you detach from these external identifications, you discover inner peace, because your essence was never tied to them in the first place. Rumi teaches that our true essence lies beyond external things. You are already lovely and beautiful, a mind of every loveliness. True freedom comes when you stop seeking yourself in the outside world. Rumi captures this beautifully in Masnavi, Book 5, line 3573. He says, "You are lovely and beautiful, and the mine of every loveliness. Why indeed should you lay yourself under obligations to wine?" I'm gonna read it in Farsi too. تو خوش و خوبی و کان هر خوشی تو چرا خود منت باده کشی. This reminds us that joy and beauty are already within us. We don't need to seek happiness or fulfillment in external things, symbolized here by wine or temporary pleasures from this world. Why depend on something outside when the source of all joy resides within? Can you let go of the labels, the attachments, and the obligations, and just be?